How's everybody doing? This is Kyle here from KyleKraft. Alright, today I'm building a cloud house. This idea is coming directly from another YouTuber, Grian. You may have heard of him. I'm kidding. I'm sure you've all heard of him. He's an awesome YouTuber. There's a card in the top right to his video. He built this cloud house. He said he wanted to see other people build it, so I figured I'd give it a shot. It's an awesome project and an awesome idea. But yeah, definitely check out his video first. He does a great job explaining the project and the concept, and his build is awesome. But yeah, with that in mind, I thought I'd build my own. Now this project is intended for survival Minecraft. So as you can see, the first thing I did was pillar up. To give you a quick summary of the idea, because we can now fly around with elytra, we can get up to these high places in survival easily. You know, everyone wants to build an awesome sky base. In the past, there wasn't a great way to get up there. Now we can with the elytra. So we're building this cloud house with that idea in mind. Okay, let's slow it down. I know I just went really fast. Let's check a couple things real quick. We're working on the project here. I'm gonna assume you guys have seen Grian's video while I do this video. I'm gonna reference his build, so yeah, you should definitely check his out. One thing straight away, as you can see, I'm building up my cloud already. I use white stained glass for most of it. I thought it'd be a sweet idea for the cloud because, you know, clouds are a little bit transparent. It kind of goes with it. It worked out pretty well. You'll see it as we continue through the build. Grian used snow, and I use snow in the rest of the build in the future here. You'll see it tied together, but I just wanted to point that out. The white stained glass is intentionally different. You know, of course, I wanted to put my own creativity into some of it, so that's why I'm using this white stained glass. All right, now let's continue. All right, slowing it down a little bit. Now on my cloud, I expanded some of the areas in. That just shapes the cloud better. You don't want those edges to be right on the corner. Otherwise, it doesn't really look right. Then I filled in the bottom of the cloud. You know, you got to get that shape in. And of course, we'll add in some snow in the future here just to add to the cloud. You'll see down the line. It'll make more sense in the future of this video. You'll see. Now I'm adding in another layer around the side here on top of the cloud. Our end goal is to get right above the cloud level. That way the clouds aren't going through our builds at all time and messing with us. So I'm building up some layers here, adding in flatter areas just to expand the different sizes, just so the edges aren't always touching, as I said a moment ago. And then I come in a little bit. You know, you want to come back into the inside. You want to build the cloud back in. Get to a point, get to the right height, right above the clouds. Again, that's very critical. And Grian does a really good job of explaining this all in his video. So again, I really recommend you check that one out. But we want to be right on top of the clouds, and then I add snow in. Now this is to give a solid structure, a solid base on top of the cloud for us to build off of. You know, we don't want to have just transparent blocks at all points. Having this snow on top really grounds it so we can do our building on top of it. It looks good when you're walking around on it in Minecraft first person. And we'll see that later on in the video. We're going to walk around on it, don't worry. But yeah, it adds to the build, and I really thought it looked cool. As you can see, I mix in the snow with the glass. That adds a good feel and ties it all together. And then I do the same for the bottom. So I came in on the inside. That's a cool part about this cloud. You're going to have a hollow center to work around with, and you'll be able to look out of it. We'll, again, check that out in the future of the video. But I added in that snow so it doesn't look ridiculous looking from the Minecraft ground up to that cloud. Giving it a good shape, matching it up, making it look good. And then, of course, I matched in more of that snow with the rest of the glass. You know, mixed it in together so it made a good looking cloud shape. Now, as you can see, I've got clouds rolling throughout this build the entire time. I could have turned them off, but this is a cloud house, so I figured they belong there. I want you to get a good view of our custom cloud. It blends nicely with the clouds that fly through it, but it also stands out, looks cool, and is an overall good looking Minecraft build, which is the end goal. On top of it, I'll be completely honest, I was not 100% sure what I wanted to do with it. You know, I figured a modern house on top of a cloud is pretty cool, so I went with that. So you can see me build up the shape. It's a very open floor plan. I messed around with different textures, figured out what I wanted to go with. Just kind of built it up, matched the size of the cloud. That top layer of snow that I added in isn't enormous. Of course, you can make a cloud of any size that you want to do. Here's a good shot of the cloud right now too. Look at how cool it looks with the glass. But yeah, I just tried to match the shape and the size of my cloud and built a building that matched with that. As you can see, I just built up this modern house. It looks pretty cool. You know, I use that quartz to get that precious, beautiful looking white going in with the cloud. I figured that fit pretty well. Then I went with some sharp contrasting black on top just to, you know, make the build look good. I like doing that with my modern houses. That sharp contrasting black. Sandstone for the floor looks cool. It matches in nicely. Again, we'll do a walkthrough of this house in first person so you can see it better. But I built it up, added in some modern shapes that I wanted to go with. And then this was crucial. I added in a lot of green. I put in a lot of grass. I decided I wanted green to tie in and pop on the build. That green color stands out amongst the whites and the different gray tones. I did a little quartz slab bridge over top. Didn't like that in the end. I kind of like it now looking back at it, but that's alright. I decided to go with more green on top there. It looks pretty good. You know, add in some grass throughout, get that green color in the build. Here I tried to make a custom tree, and I'll be real honest, I'm just not good at making custom trees in Minecraft. You can see me absolutely fail twice. It was really bad. I just cannot do that. I don't understand why. But that's alright, I decided to go with bushes instead to get, again, more of that green spread throughout the build, and I just figured it'd be a cool look on top of the house. This is what I went with. You can build anything you want on top of this cloud. That's a cool thing about this project. So yeah, this open modern house is just kind of what I came up with. And then this is cool about this cloud. I built stairs down into the middle of it, and you got this hollow area. It looks really cool looking out. You'll see it in a bit. But I added in some bushes, got some more green throughout. The bushes look cool. Again, walking through, you'll see in a moment. Added in some green carpet on the bottom just to fit in that atmosphere that I built up on the interior of that cloud. And that's a cool little environment. Flying back up above, I just added in some lights. You won't see them, it didn't go nighttime in this time lapse, but still it looks cool and you can see the cloud. It looks pretty sweet. I feel like the transparency of it really adds to the build. In my opinion, it really adds to the idea of it being a cloud. So there you go. That's the house. The clouds rolling through. It looks pretty cool. You can fly all in with your elytra. A sweet new survival sky base. A cloud house. But yeah, here we go. Let's check it out in first person. It's pretty cool, right? Now we'll start from the ground up. Let's just check it out. First thing I want to mention is that snow on the bottom. Okay, you'll see in a minute, but we got those bushes on the interior. It's a little funny having green inside a cloud. And you know, you can see it right on that corner there, but you can barely see the rest of it. That's why that snow on the bottom is really important, because it gives you that all white cloud look. Look at the clouds about to go through it. It looks pretty sweet, especially once you see that big cloud. But yeah, let's check it out a little bit closer. As you can see, it's pretty cool having the house just kind of peek over the side. Let's jump in with the elytra. I can never say that word. Whoa, flying on up. It's pretty sweet. Let's come over here. Check back around. Flying in, flying, oh, not good. Now, I never said I was a pro at the elytra just because I built this place. So here we go. Now we're kind of flying close to it. You can see the clouds intersecting are pretty cool. We'll get a better look in a little bit, but flying underneath is pretty sweet, right? It looks like a cloud, especially with that transparency. I think that's a cool addition. Flying back around, let's get level with it. You know, with those clouds intersecting, you can't see the bushes as much, but when you're level with it, you see the bushes. It'll look cool inside, but that is a little bit of a downside to this build, I think. It adds a little creative touch, but you know, naturally there's not really any green in a cloud. So that's, you know, that's something to consider. Grian did a full snow cloud, and I think that looks sweet. So that's definitely an option. But I just wanted to, you know, build this one up with the white stained glass to give you a different idea. Show you what can be cool with it. And of course, it does look good from above. Well, oh, see here. Now you can see from above. Look at it mixed in. Oh, ow, ooh, ah, we landed. So walking around on it, it does look sweet. I do love how that turned out. You know, we got the clouds throughout it that really mix in well. What I was trying to say earlier is make sure you get those clouds right above that level. See how the clouds are right underneath? That way your blocks are above the clouds and they're not going through your building at all times. Look at it walking around on top of the cloud though. It's really cool, especially with those transparent blocks. They really blend into the build. I think it really adds to it. If I was doing this project in survival, I would definitely use the white stained glass. Because of course, snow is easy to gather, which makes it a good block for this, but so is glass. All you need is sand, put it in a furnace. No, that doesn't make sandstone. That does make glass. Get some bone meal to make it white stained glass, and you got this good looking build. You got a lot of blocks for this good looking build. But yeah, as you can see, I landed. So now we'll check out the little modern house a little bit from this perspective. You know, again, there's not much to it. It's just kind of a small house. I wanted to make this little, you know, this little, what's it called? Little pool, not really an infinity pool, but kind of looking like it. And you know, we could even make these blocks glass right here just to flow over and look at the environment around you. There's tons you could do with the build on top of the cloud. This is just kind of what I came up with. And there's really unlimited opportunity. Look, the clouds rolling into your build. You got the environment down below. That's why I really like this idea by Grian. It's sweet. It really is a sweet concept. So yeah, walking around, you know, we got the green blended in. We got it on different sides. Got these, you know, open floor plan, gateway looking things. It's cool. The floating lights. I thought it'd be a futuristic, you know, in the end, you're on top of a cloud. So you got to be pretty fancy. That's why we can have floating lights, you know, magnetized with that slab underneath. Now, walking down, this part is going to be intersected by clouds. But look at this. You know, you got the bushes. You got a cool environment in here with nothing but green going along with that white on the interior. It looks really cool. And you can stand over here. Look at how sweet that looks. You can jump all around. You got awesome views, especially the straight down views. That looks really cool. You know, because you got this glass in, you have all these different views of the environment surrounding you. And I think it's cool. I think it adds to the idea of it being a cloud. You know, if you're up on a cloud, you'll be able to see everything. And that's what this cloud that I built here gives you the opportunity to do. So yeah, it looks cool. Look, the environment. Oh, you can watch the rest of the world come to life. It's really cool. That's why I definitely recommend doing this project. We'll just run out here now. Jump off. Do some flying. Again, one reason this is now possible is because of these elytra. You can fly around. You can go from the ground right up to your base with ease. You know, fly on up. Look at that. Look from above. Looks sweet. Settle back in. I can land. I can land. There we go. We're here. Safe and sound. It's really cool, and it's now possible with that elytra. Let's see if I can fly through. Is this going to work? Ducking through. Ducking through. Not a good idea. Okay, yeah. No, we got through. But look at this. Here, let's fly over in between the clouds. Look at this. Look at your build just floating on top of the clouds. I think that's a really cool idea. That's why I wanted to build this project up, build my own version of it, see what we can do with it, because I really do believe it's a sweet, sweet idea. And I definitely think you should give it a try. It's an awesome survival project. It's one you'll need resources before you can build. But you know, it doesn't take a ton of resources to do, and it's fun to build up. And it's fun to use the elytra a lot. I love flying around with those, even though I'm not the best at it. Now, once again, I must mention this was Grian's idea. In his video, he sparked different ideas to go with it. For instance, one idea he had, you know, you could build your central cloud and then have different clouds expanding off from different sides. You know, one over here, another one over here. Link them up with bridges and put different areas in there so that you don't even have to go back down to the overworld. You know, you could put farms, chicken farms in one of the clouds. You could put your storage area on another cloud and just build up an entire cloud city base survival place. I think that's awesome. I think it's a great idea to expand and further develop this idea. But yes, that's the cloud house. Let me know in the comments what you think of my cloud house. You know I love to hear your feedback, your comments on the builds. And yeah, send pictures to Grian or myself on Twitter if you do get a chance to do this build. It's pretty sweet and I'd love to see what you come up with. I thought it was a great idea. That's why I built it myself. But yeah, I would love to see what you come up with for this cloud house concept. But yeah, that's it for this build. Only other thing I want to mention real quick is I got a little overwhelmed this past week. That's why I'm sorry there wasn't that much KyleKraft videos and content this past week. When I get super overwhelmed, it's best for me to just take a little break. The breaks only last like a day or two, but I need that time. But yeah, we're back at it though. Looking forward to more builds. But that's it for this one. Thanks for coming.